My name is Rachel Ochoa Garcia. I am a follower of Jesus Christ. I was saved at the age of 27 in the kitchen, not knowing how to ask God in my life. And I asked him, if you're really real, let me know you're here with me. I am pro-life, and it is because I was a parent who had an abortion twice. I'm very much pro-life. I would like to say to every woman out there, it's never too late. Never, never too late. 49 years is a long time. Don't be like me. Don't wait. Our God is forgiving, and our children are loving. And my daughter told me, because of love, I can go to the dinner table now. I can go to the banquet. They don't know anything else but love. And I'm saying, you know what? Do as I'm doing now, not what I did. You'll have peace. And you will have joy. Don't be afraid. Just don't be afraid. Just trust God. Wherever you are in life, whatever burden, whatever fear you're carrying, our God is greater than that. Our God is greater than that, and He will provide for your every need. Just trust Him. He is love, and He loves you so much. Just trust Him. That's what I meant.
My name is Anya. So for me, that was the driving force to choose abortion, because I didn't see that it would be possible for me to finish grad school while being pregnant and then having a child. We went to Planned Parenthood for an abortion. I don't really remember a whole lot about that day. The thing that really stands out to me that I can remember is I was in the waiting room, and then I got up, they called me back, and my husband stood up with me, and then they said that he wasn't allowed to go with me when we went back. And then I remember looking back at him and just the look on his face. I could see the care and the concern in his heart and in his eyes. I became very angry, though I didn't realize that was where the anger was coming from. But I became extremely angry and pretty much lost all respect for my husband. I absolutely regret my decision. And if I could go back and talk to myself, I would tell her, don't do it. I would make sure she knew that it wasn't a ball of tissue, it wasn't a bunch of cells, that it was a life. It was a life that was given. It was a gift. And even though at the time I didn't understand that gift, I would have said, it's a surprise. And, open that gift. Open that gift. Don't be afraid to open that gift. I chose not to pick that gift of my child, and instead I ended up pursuing the education. It was a master's degree because that's what I thought I wanted. And if I could go back, I would definitely choose the gift of my child. And if that meant dropping out of school, then that meant dropping out of school. But at the same time, I believe that the program I was in would have supported me through that, and I would have ended up with both. I would have ended up with the degree and my child, and then my life would have been, actually children, my life would have been way more full. So if anyone is in college and you're considering, wow, I don't know how I'm going to finish school and have this child, I just want to tell you that you can have both. You can do both. There are people out there that will help you. I'm one of them. Heck, I'll give you my phone number, call me. I live in a college town, and I know that there are plenty of resources that people would help you do both. There are resources for you as a single mom, if that's the road you got to go. Anything that you need will be given to you. So don't think that you have to choose between school or having a child. It is definitely possible to do both. And I would do both if I could go back and do it again. the other thing that I was saying about not receiving the gift of my child while I was in grad school is I've realized that when I was in school, and maybe it was because of the abortion, maybe it was because this how I was anyway. When I was in school, I was really focused on my grades, and I think that's part of the reason why I chose the abortion, because I wanted really good grades.
My name is Nicole Schaefer. I am post-abortive. I have had one abortion. And I want to tell you, if you are thinking about having an abortion, there's always another option. I don't want anyone to deal with the guilt and the shame and the condemnation that I went through. That child that you are carrying inside of you is a miracle and such a blessing. But the torment that you go through, that the enemy torments. You know, if I wasn't saved, I definitely would have killed myself. I could not be this strong. But I am here today to tell you that it's okay, that the Lord loves you, and that baby inside of you loves you. And if you feel like you can't keep your baby, please choose life. And I want to speak life into you and let you know that you are worth it, and that baby is worth it, and the Lord loves you. You know, the sadness is something it takes years to get over. Not only the torment, but with the sadness. Even whenever I think about the abortion, that sadness comes back to me, because it is a loss that you never get to experience. As a mother, knowing that your child is not there with you, every time you think about it, it brings back all of the emotion. So the sadness is definitely very painful. It's a very painful experience. Sadness is a symptom that lingers for eternity. There are days and seasons and years that remind me of my baby. Even the ones that I lost, especially birthdays, like the time of the year that I lost my babies, holidays, thinking at Christmas time, wow, I wish my baby was here with me experiencing these memories. Even different people in my family, my friends, wow, you know, what an experience. My child, you know, is missing out on meeting these incredible people. My name is Janie Robles. I had an abortion at the age of 25. I was intending to have it all along, but I got really sick. In addition to that, I really didn't know who the father was, because I'd been in a long-term relationship, and I got out of that relationship and then went into another. But they said that it was not a big deal. You'll be okay. You're just going to get relaxed. You're not going to get sleepy. And I was basically terrified, but I knew that it was just such a difficult situation where I couldn't get out anymore. They were pretty aggressive on the way. They were just telling me it was going to be okay. Just do it. It'll be over before you know it. I felt like a piece of me was cut out, and there was a hole in my heart and in my soul, and it just kept haunting me. And I had problems with relationships. I had problems with my own decision making. I had problems in my own physical body. I have missed my whole life because I didn't have her. I have missed my joy because I didn't have her. Since the beginning, I didn't have her. I lost her. I have lost my creativity. I have lost my desire and my passion to teach. I have lost my desire and my passion to hug and to love. I have lost my passion and desire to be in relationship with somebody, to love me back, to the degree where I was left all alone because I was left in a pit of misery, and it's not worth it. If I could go back
I so regret the decision. I so can see the misery and the loss of my own life when I lost her. And if I could go back and tell myself at 25 and say, it's not worth it. Your soul will suffer, your life will suffer, and the people around you will suffer because they will never be loved by you because you forfeit that. When you give up a child, you give up love in its entirety, and it's not worth it.